Hello there, and welcome to the Out Time Film Podcast, where we talk film, TV, games, and all that jazz like there's no tomorrow. My name is Tom, and as always, I am joined with my co-host, Gian.
G'day.
G'day.
Yay! Hey!
Yay! Okay.
Another episode, another
week.
Oh.
Boy, do we have an episode for you today. So this week is...
been crazy, actually.
It really has. I mean, we've got WandaVision to talk about. We've got quite a lot of news to talk about. For our main segment, we're going to be doing our kind of like prequel to our Zack Snyder extravaganza, which we're starting next week, where we're going to be watching Dawn of the Dead 300, Watchmen Ultimate Cut, Man of Steel and Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut, and then eventually Zack Snyder's Justice League. So if you guys want to, get those films
Join in the train or something like that, just comment or email us and... Yeah,
definitely. Get your hands on the films if you can and watch them ready for that. But this week we're going to be doing the Snyder Supercut, which we're going to be taking all of our news segments from various episodes of the podcast. We're going to be putting them all together. And yes,
you will be enjoying our tasty love for our Snyder Cut stuff. That I don't know what I said.
Our tasty love. Yeah. Comedy John, everybody.
Yeah, that was weird. But anyway... Today, we'll be discussing WandaVision and other news segments as well.
Yes.
So don't forget that as well.
We will. So let's start up with our first piece of news. We have a title for The Matrix 4. The Matrix 4 is now titled The Matrix Resurrection. What do you think?
Now, I haven't seen the other Matrix films.
No.
But what was the other one?
There's Matrix,
Matrix
Reloaded, and then Matrix Resolutions.
Reloaded and Resolution.
Yeah. Well, okay. I love the first Matrix film.
Yes, I do.
I think it's great. I think it's a mighty fine 9 out of 10.
It is a fighty. Yes,
a fighty 9.
Yeah. There's been so good things about this film, but the thing is I haven't seen other ones, so we will watch the other ones when the Matrix 4 comes out this year.
We'll do an episode of the pod. So I think as of right now, Matrix Resurrection is slated for sometime in December, 22nd of December actually.
Oh
yeah, so that's when that's coming.
Yeah. So any expectations for this film that you think?
Well, it's only one. It's only one of the directors, I think. And I know that the first film was written over 10 years, and then the second 2 films were written in the span of 3 years. So I think I'm happy that they've given it more time. Obviously, they weren't
more time on the characters.
Exactly. They weren't sure whether they were going to do it at all. But I'm glad that if they are doing it, they're giving it some time that they can actually come up with something fresh and a good excuse to get back into the universe.
Yes, of course. Yeah. What do I think? I have no idea really, because I haven't seen the other ones again. But I'll see. I'll have to wait in the store then. So.
I mean, at the end of the day, more Keanu Reeves is good, right?
Yeah, I know.
Actually,
I've got a massive Keanu Reeves portrait.
Yes, you got it from Comic-Con. I remember.
Yeah, Comic-Con. That was it.
Yeah, all the Matrix films are actually on Amazon Prime right now. So
really?
Yeah, they're all on Prime. So that's quite cool. Right, so our next piece of news we got some images from Thor Love and Thunder. So we got images of new costumes for Thor, Star-Lord, Nebula, and Kraglin. What do you think? What did you think about these images?
Well, we can say again that Thor is buff again.
He is buff again.
Yeah, super buff, buffer than... What was it? Well, we kind of see him buff in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But this time, this is buffer than anything.
Yeah, he does look like peak buff.
Yeah, peak buff, the top. And the cool things about these we got Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth, and they got this really cool costumes doing.
Yeah.
they have that old style. So
yeah, it feels like they're going like full. It has that very like vintage comic book kind of like era, you know.
Yeah,
Has that feel.
Yeah, so it's just like a totally different thing now because the costumes. I think that will. I wonder what's the theme of this. Will it be like, like where we saw that trailer for Ragnarok? It was like, that song that was in the trailer.
Yeah, immigrant song.
Yeah, that was different because
it had this kind of, I don't know, almost like it's kind of like a punk rock kind of thing. That kind of vibe that I got from it.
Yeah, this will be directed by Taika Waititi.
Yes, again, he's back.
Cool.
He's back.
He's back.
He's back.
He did really well in Thor Ragnarok.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as good as a lot of people say, but that's just my personal preference. I think that like if you've watched stuff like any of Taika Waititi's other films, What We Do in the Shadows, Hunt for the Wilder People, Boy, Jojo Rabbit, like I think that he can do so much more than what he did in Ragnarok. So I hope that they kind of give him more room to do like amazing stuff.
Yeah. I feel like studio interference maybe, but
I don't know. I just think that like it wasn't like there wasn't for me. It was a little emotionally flat.
I would say
it
that's
was all jokes. Whereas like his other films, I feel like for the most part they have like a really nice kind of balance between the two. But
I agree. Yeah, they have really good balance. And so yeah, he could have done so much more. So we'll see that in maybe.
Yes, we will, and we'll see that next year. So our next piece of news is actually we're getting a Wakanda show.
From
Ryan Coogler for Disney Plus. So this is going to be. We don't really know much about it other than it's just like going to be exploring Wakanda. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. Really, because I rewatched Black Panther a while ago.
Yeah.
If you want to hear my thoughts about it, in some couple I forgot what episode it was, but we watched it, and I just felt like really sad that Chadwick Boseman was in this, but then I realized about the film was like the culture and the place Wakanda.
Yes.
So I wish they explored more, but then there's going to be like a TV show, so this is going to be really interesting to see.
Well, I think like obviously we've just kind of got like the start of WandaVision, and that proves that a show is the perfect opportunity to develop things. And I agree with you. I think that Wakanda is one of the elements of Black Panther that I am like, this is cool. I want to see more. I want to see all the different tribes. I want to know what life is like on a civilian level. Obviously, Black Panther follows the king and like the people in the power. I want to know what it's like for the people down like below. Maybe there are some poorer parts of Wakanda. Like we don't know, but I think it'd be really interesting.
Yeah. Well, I would like to see more like of the lifestyle in Wakanda and really cool things. So like what they thought about like the outside world, but they don't know.
Well, remember, Wakanda at the end of Black Panther, they opened up Wakanda to the rest of the world.
Yeah. That would be interesting if anyone is into Wakanda. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe there is some sort of like Western power that's trying to exploit Wakanda in some sort of way. I mean, there are loads of things that you can do, things to set up Black Panther 2, things to, like just expand the universe, and I think it could be really interesting. A little kind of like pipe dream that I have is that Ludwig Göransson comes back to do the score. Obviously, he's been working on The Mandalorian and other projects, but I just hope that he comes back to do the score, because I think the Black Panther score is awesome.
Yeah. It's really awesome. Like, if you heard about these other things like Mandalorian,
Creed.
Yes, I completely forgot about Creed, but yeah, yeah,
definitely.
That was my.
I mean, that was. Who needs the film when you could just have John sing it to you? The whole thing.
Yeah, like just hire me if you're like bored in lockdown. Just go over Skype. Just go.
Many people call him Comedy John, but what people don't know is that he's actually Music John as well. He has many forms: Comedy John, Poetry John, Music John. It's all there. It's the whole package.
Yeah, you cannot stop me. I have the power of music and funny poetry, philosophy.
I like to see that, like, you get mugged and is like, give me your money. He's like, no, sir, for I have the power of music and philosophy.
Yeah, just like all of that. And then they just go, okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll give you 100,000. Okay, good. Yeah, that'll be really interesting to see. So, so Wakanda show, so maybe add more characters to the universe, or expanding on Wakanda, like the lifestyle and the perspective of living in like in the place.
Yeah,
and,
obviously, a couple of weeks ago we spoke about all the upcoming Marvel things, and I think out of all of the shows that are coming up, this is up there with like Falcon and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye, things that I'm actually like actively interested in. You know, like I think this can go so many interesting places. You know, it kind of feels like Miss Marvel, where it's like it's a perspective in the MCU that you haven't. That, you know, it has the potential to be something that we've never seen before. In the fact that Miss Marvel will be about a little girl, which we've never really explored in the MCU, and similar to Wakanda, we've never really explored like different cultures in the sense of like the people living in them. You know, we've barely moved out of America in the whole thing, so. I'm excited.
Yeah, very, very. Yep.
Okay, so our next piece, we got, obviously we'll be talking about, there'll be loads of Snyder Cut stuff later, but we do have to cover, we've got quite a bit of Snyder Cut stuff this week. So first of all, the Snyder Cut has been rated R officially. So, you know, that opens the doors for, you know, whatever they want to do, violence. I think Snyder did say that Batman drops the F-bomb at one point.
No!
Oh no! Batman can't swear. Like, so that's.
Oh, he can't swear.
So that's. I imagine a lot of it will be kind of like the warehouse scene in Batman v Superman. You know, like in the Ultimate Cut, there were like you get like blood splatters and stuff like that. One of the best scenes in that film, or action-wise, one of the best scenes in that film.
You know, we're gonna get like the best Batman on screen again because, like. The ruthless, like
Mr. Ben Affleck,
Batman on screen is just unmatched. Like it's like so much comic book style. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
If you read like the new 52 or Batman, that he has that kind of feeling to it. You know,
he
that
does.
kind of.
It's very Dark Knight Returns. You know.
Yeah, Dark Knight Returns. You know, like that really has to sue fighting against Superman.
It's pulled directly from it. I don't remember. A while ago, there was a picture from Snyder on Vero where it was a picture of like Batman like slamming a guy's head against the wall, and I'm pretty sure it was from the Snyder Cut, and it just.
Oh yeah, it said like this is my Batman.
Yeah, he said this is my Batman, exactly, and it's like I am very excited to see that. Now, speaking of Batman, we also got a look at the Knightmare Batman and the Knightmare Joker.
Oh my God.
I am so excited about this.
Oh my God.
It looks so cool.
This is so new. Like the Knightmare Joker. Like I'm looking at the picture. Like he's got the card. He's got like the lab coat on, maybe.
Yeah. So it's kind of like blurred. You'll be able to see it for those of you watching on YouTube. You'll be able to see it on the screen right now. You know, he's kind of got longer hair. It looks like he's got a bit of eyeshadow on. Like. I think this is going to be, like, so cool. Obviously, you know, Suicide Squad isn't the greatest film, but I think Jared Leto has so much potential as the Joker. And the fact that we're going to get to see him in this apocalyptic future with Batman, with Deathstroke, I think, that sounds so cool. Yes, please.
Yes, that's... Oh, my God. Tom, you realise Deathstroke, this is...
It would be so good. I mean, you'll hear. I was just editing together the main segment, and I was listening to some of our old things, and we did talk about the original piece of news that Jared Leto was returning, and you said, "Oh, I really hope that we get to see Batman and Deathstroke fight." And I think that would be so cool. Like, do an Arkham Origins and just have them go toe to toe in the coolest way.
Oh, that'll be so great, and I'll be like, I'm happy to die. Just like I've seen everything in this 4 hour. This is gonna be a 4 hour cut.
It really is, and that is like
yeah.
insane. Like they have so much. Like there's so much to do. Like recently, I watched a version of Star Wars Episode 3, which is the main film and then the end of the Clone Wars, like combined into a film, and it is 4 hours long. And the amount of stuff in that film, like they put so much in and they make it work. I mean, even like Batman v Superman is 3 hours long, the ultimate cut, and you know, like there's so much there to kind of like unpack. So I'm really excited to see all the stuff that they're gonna throw at us, and I'm excited to gobble it all down.
Yes,
tasty.
Trying to process everything that's happening. So this is gonna be like a once in a lifetime thing about like the Justice League. Snyder Cut.
Yeah, people listening to the podcast will have to expect a 5-hour episode of the podcast when we talk about the Justice League. Like, there'll be a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we gotta like talk about the character developments. We gotta talk about the music. Wait, who's doing the music?
Junkie XL.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm really excited for that because I think that he. Did you watch his clip? Ages ago, he released a clip of the Justice League theme.
I think so.
It sounds so good.
I can't remember, but I think I did, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear all the different themes. I want to hear them do the Man of Steel theme again, like the Wonder Woman theme, the Batman theme. I'm so excited.
And the improvements. Excited. We got to talk about the improvements from the cut, the original. No, just Justice League.
Yeah, right. There's so much that is going to be better. Hopefully.
Yeah, there's so much better, and I'm just excited to see Snyder's vision of the film.
Me too.
Properly.
Me too. Right, let's talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So this is obviously starting in early March. Actually, it's starting on the very same day that the Snyder Cut comes out, or the day after. I know which one I'll be watching first. It's the Snyder Cut, obviously.
Oh, good. Yeah,
obviously.
You think we are?
Imagine, I wake up and I'm like, oh, goody, it's time for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, no, I'll be watching the Snyder Cut, definitely.
So the Snyder Cut's coming out on Thursday.
Yes, well, I mean, we are in the UK, so it'll probably come out on the Friday for us.
Yeah, and then I looked, on Google Play, it's not there anymore.
Yeah, it's gone. I know. I'm getting a bit worried about how we in the UK are going to get it, but I'm willing to, pay whatever if it's £15. Because obviously Wonder Woman 84 was £15.
It might be on iTunes, so I just got like be watching it on the big Mac just to see it.
Well, I'm going to be watching it on the projector in my house, which I'm really excited about. But anywho, Falcon Winter Soldier is actually going to feature Don Cheadle's War Machine.
What?
So War Machine's going to be in Falcon the Winter Soldier in some sort of small role. What do you think?
I'm not too excited because I've seen Don Cheadle's War Machine like in Marvel. What? Yeah.
Did you forget his name?
I'm happy about the character. I'm happy about the character.
Wait, John, did you just forget his name?
No.
Sound like you forgot his name.
No.
John totally forgot his name. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of War Machine as a character. I guess more development I think would be interesting to see him See, in a perfect world, what I want Falcon and Winter Soldier to be is the government wants, whether it be shield, sword, whatever, the government wants Falcon and Winter Soldier to help them out, do some Sokovia Accord stuff, like that kind of thing. I really hope that it's about that and that kind of side of it. I think that would be great. And then maybe like a pipe dream of mine is that maybe in season 2 they're forced to kind of hunt down other superheroes who are against the Sokovia Accord. People like Ant-Man, Daredevil, like Luke Cage. That's the dream for me. But I think War Machine in it, kind of makes sense if it's if he's like a government official or something.
Like to pass on that Captain America. I don't know, to push more to the story or to narrative. I don't know, to add more character.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's potential. Do you want to talk about WandaVision?
Yeah. Yeah, that's straight into WandaVision. Ooh,
Let's talk
right,
WandaVision episode 5.
Get out. This is the spoiler zone.
Straight away. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it.
We'll be like this for the Snyder Cut, but we probably got spoiled by the Snyder Cut for some pictures. But anyway, this is the spoiler zone. Just get out now. Grab a cup of coffee or eat some popcorn to watch WandaVision.
Grab a cup of coffee and pour it over your eyes, and then put some popcorn in your ears so you can't hear us and you can't see us.
Wow, I only have one of those things. But anyway, let's get into it.
What did you? Okay, I'll just straight away. What did you think about it?
Okay, first of all, it's crazy for me because as an X-Men fan, you as well, I think as well, seeing Quicksilver from the X-Men film, from Days of Future Past, Apocalypse. This is basically because they set up the multiverse, they're showing it now, and I thought that was kind of cool to see him back again.
That is. That's mad. I did expect it because it leaked on the internet, but it was reported. You got spoiled. Well, it was reported it was reported months ago by Deadline or something that they would be in it. And we might have even covered it on the podcast. I don't remember, but yeah, it is mad. But the thing is, it's kind of bittersweet for me because I think that Aaron Taylor-Johnson is a great actor, If you've watched Tenet, if you've watched Kick-Ass, you will know that he's actually he's got loads of range and can do some really good stuff. And I think that he is good in Age of Ultron as well. So I would have really liked to see the original Quicksilver from the MCU. And hey, maybe we will see the original Quicksilver. And I think that would be great. But right now, I'm not that excited because this means that this doesn't mean anything to the characters, they even had to say they recast Quicksilver. It just feels it doesn't have an impact on the characters. It has an impact on me, but it doesn't really do anything for the plot, and I think therefore it didn't really hit as hard as they kind of wanted it to for me. And also I was hoping that and obviously I don't know what this means for the X-Men, but I was hoping that they would do the X-Men their own way instead of bringing in the old X-Men, because I think the old X-Men, from First Class to Logan, you've got a really tight set of films and a complete story for most of the characters. So I kind of feel leave it there, and I kind of hope that they do. I don't really want them to bring back the actors, even Hugh Jackman, just kind of leave it, I think, and I don't know if they're going to do a multiverse thing or whatever, but I would just kind of hope that they would bring it in their own kind of unique natural way. But hey, WandaVision's proven me wrong already. It could be good otherwise. Yeah.
But I can see why you feel this way about Quicksilver and adding old characters to the MCU. But then again, it was quite exciting to to experiment one of the characters from a different universe, X-Men. But
it seems in one way or another, it's setting up Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, but okay, so a lot of people that claiming or speculating that that Quicksilver is Mephisto.
Yes, they are, right? Because for those of you who don't know, Mephisto is
the devil.
The devil in the comics. He's a kind of representation of that. And
there is Deadpool. Yeah, he was in Deadpool.
He's in the comic book Infinity Gauntlet. So if you've read the story that Infinity War is based on, which is Infinity Gauntlet, Mephisto kind of is a little kind of devil in Thanos' ear, which is a quite cool use of his character. But you'll notice a lot of people have kind of pointed out that the number 6 never appears in the show. The number 6 is absent from a lot of the radio. I think some of the houses, there isn't a number 6 there, and obviously devil 666 is the devil's number.
Yeah, so of course.
Some people are speculating that means that that is kind of hinting towards Mephisto, which I think would be cool.
But we want Wanda to be the villain,
right? I was just gonna say Come on, Marvel. Just make her a villain, you cowards.
Just make your own villain, superhero villain, because this is exciting. This could be like an experiment, and you see people, and this could set up the madness of the multiverse.
You're making this thing.
Not
now.
Again.
You're making it a thing. This is it. This is the next casting news. It's just Doctor Strange and the Madness of Multiverse. Brilliant.
Ciao.
Okay.
Multiverse Madness.
Yeah, I thought there were two, I guess 3 big parts of this episode where Wanda did seem like a villain, but I don't feel like they went far enough with it. You know, when Wanda exited the field and she brought back the drone, I was kind of expecting that to be a lot more scary than it was. I really hoped that she would have properly killed that guy, you know, the director of S.W.O.R.D. I think it would have been amazing if she killed him, and if she properly blew up a couple of cars and will stay out, and I think that scene was, you know, fairly creepy with, you know, you kind of felt her Sokovian accent coming back through, but yeah, I just feel like the show still is on Wanda's side in a lot of ways. And, you know, it doesn't feel like she's going to be a villain just yet for me.
Yeah, I feel like they decided to do a U-turn on Scarlet. On the Scarlet Witch. Yeah. Wait, Wanda. It's Wanda. But
I'll tell you what I hated.
Yeah, and one episode ago, there was this episode, I don't know. They were saying does he have a nickname? And they're
yeah,
no.
it was this episode. I hated that, man. I hated that so much. When they're like, "Oh, doesn't she have a stupid nickname?" And I'm like, "Oh, shut up! It doesn't matter."
It doesn't matter.
It was you know, when they talked about Wanda being strong enough to defeat Thanos.
Yeah.
And it was it's just you're just repeating what people on the internet are saying. It's that's not important at all.
She's this powerful. Oh no, what about Captain Marvel? Oh, we're not going to talk about Carol Danvers.
That was interesting. I do kind of wonder why Monica has this, you know, doesn't want to talk about Carol for whatever reason.
Maybe didn't want to save. I don't know.
Well, maybe she hasn't seen her since since the 90s, and then, you know, maybe her mum felt some sort of resentment over the fact that Carol just kind of up and left.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I kind of feel you know, the director of S.W.O.R.D., that guy is, you know, he's an asshole. Which, you know, that's not exactly a debate, but I think that guy's an asshole, and I think, however, I don't think, because obviously he was saying Wanda's a terrorist, and Monica's no, she's not, and I feel I would want the show to prove him right, and I know that they wouldn't do that, because that is, you know, that's a little bit too grey for Marvel. It's not exactly you know, I feel he has to be the kind of douchey guy, but I kind of do hope, I would have hoped that they would actually have her prove him right, and him be well, she is a terrorist, because, you know, people like him are in power in the real world. You know, people like him are bad people, and in the real world they are proven right again and again. Even if they're wrong, you know, they get what they want, and I think he wants to kill Wanda or something like that. So why not make him right and give him a cause to kill Wanda? As an audience, even if Wanda's evil, we don't want her to die.
Yeah, so I think she's holding the town hostage. So.
Right, exactly. You know, there was that great scene with, you know, Norm when...
Oh, yeah, please, she's shouting me! And, yeah,
that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think of the Vision stuff in this episode?
Oh, yeah, this has been really weird, because Vision doesn't have any memory of being outside of Westview or the life before. Well, he doesn't remember getting killed by Thanos, the big, huge thing. The big
purple sun.
Yeah, so he has like no memory, and that's terrifying if you think about it. Like, you have no memory outside Westview, and you don't know who Wanda, like properly who Wanda is, and or anything that he's got, like superpowers or anything like that. So it's quite scary if you put it like Vision's perspective. If you think about it.
Oh, I agree. I think there was some great stuff with him. Like, I'm not like, okay, a lot of the sitcom stuff in this episode, I was a bit like, I'm getting a bit tired of the sitcom stuff. But there were other parts where I was like, oh, they're using it really well. Like, I thought that when the credits started rolling and Vision was still arguing with her and was like, hey, don't walk away from me. I thought that was great. And when they kind of both rise up and they're about to like kind of have this fight, that was really cool. Or when they see the security footage of Wanda going to get Vision. Like, everything that takes a dark turn on this show, I think is great. But I think at this point, I'm kind of a bit tired of all the light kind of like sitcom stuff. Like, oh look, the children have a dog and they're growing up. It's like, okay, I'm a little bit tired of this.
Okay, it's the dog and the children. Yeah. So there's a theory about like these two, the twins.
Yes.
So one of them is, I forgot the names, but like the one that teleports and one that can run really fast. Oh, like these have these magic powers, like kind of like what things like, I don't know. So
I think, you know, these characters, Tommy and Billy, are in the comics, right?
Yeah, they are. So this would be like the moment where we see them as the new superheroes, maybe. I don't know.
In the House of M comic, which is what this is kind of loosely based off, where Wanda creates like a different reality. Obviously, it's much different in the comics because it's like it's all about like the heroes. It's very much like Flashpoint in DC, but in the comics, in House of M, Wanda is very much kind of like broken over the fact that that her kids weren't real and that her perfect life with Vision wasn't real. And that's kind of what makes her lose it a little bit, and she's kind of like influenced by Quicksilver and Magneto, who are a little bit kind of dodgy in the way that they exploit her. But I think that could be really interesting, have her kind of lose it because of the fact that she has to accept that the reality that she's living in isn't real.
Wow. Yeah, that would be really distraught. But so I believe that there will be like some sort of character that will save the day, but I don't think like Quicksilver will not. I don't think he will save any of it, but like, or Mephisto.
Well, I think, you know, the people who are like, I think it's going to be Monica and Jimmy and Darcy. I think those are, strictly speaking, the protagonists. Those are the good guys. Maybe Vision as well, but I don't think Vision's going to make it out.
What was what was the thing about Agnes in that episode?
Right, I thought that was great. Agnes was like, should we take that again? A lot of people thinking that Agnes is going to be a witch. I don't want that to happen. I think Agnes should just be like the main kind of anchor that you get into the town being controlled.
Yeah, I think
she's part of this kind of TV setting.
Wait, she knows what's happening, but I don't think she's mind controlled.
No, I think it's something different. Maybe if it is Mephisto, she is in league with him in some sort of way.
Yeah, maybe like to partner up with Wanda, to partner up with Wanda and see how that goes. But I don't think that worked well because we want to see Wanda as the villain of the show, but having something like a powerful entity like Mephisto, that kind of ruins the show a bit. So I want to be the villain, but like add some crazy stuff to it. Like maybe we'll see Doctor Strange at the end of the season.
I think that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be it from the episode of WandaVision. Yeah, anything you want to add more?
Well, no. Well, what would you give this episode out of 10?
Yeah. 8.
All right, I think I'll go 7 or 8. I'm not sure. Probably 7. I just think some of the for example, I still think some of the dialogue outside, like in the real world, is like just so annoyingly MCU.
Blatantly boring. Yeah.
Yeah, like you know when Darcy's like, "Oh, the hex, it's catching on." It's like, be quiet, shut up.
Be quiet.
Stop making jokes. Like, please.
Yeah, stop making jokes. You're not funny. Haha.
Yeah, it feels like Hulk when he was like dabbing and stuff, and it's like, oh god, this is literally the worst thing I've ever had.
Okay, I changed my mind. It's a 7.5.
Oh, okay, nice. I'll meet you in the middle. 7.5. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. So, there was a lot of negatives in this video, in this episode, like the dialogue,
Yeah, I just don't think I don't think it was as good as last week.
Yeah, because last week it was super interesting.
Yeah, I think last week was just a wonderful episode. I still haven't got over the blip scene at the beginning. Like it was absolutely like awesome.
Pure Marvel. That is pure Marvel. Like
oh yeah, like they took Marvel. I think
I don't know, but
I think what Marvel has done really well, you know, quite a lot of the time is they've taken something, you know, pretty substandard, like the blip, which isn't exactly handled very well in Far From Home. They take that concept and they're like, aha, but now it's great, and then they perceive it in another way, and I think they've done that really well. Like, think about at the beginning of Endgame when they recontextualize a lot of the stuff from Age of Ultron, and therefore they kind of elevate Age of Ultron because now what we know, you know, and even with, you know, like stuff like when they're trying to lift the hammer in Age of Ultron, that has been elevated because of the future, and I think, you know, that is
that is
great.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to our main segment.
Yes, main segment.
What this is going to be the Snyder Supercut. So what you're about to hear are clips from
the past.
From the past. We're going to time travel, 88 miles per hour. Great Scott! We're gonna so you'll be seeing clips from episodes 1, 9, 10, 13, 17, 19, 21, 22, and 23, and we're just going to take you through all that. It's going to be about, I don't know how long, but it'll be a fair chunk of time. You can skip between each episode if you want.
But listen, it's going to be like a very dedicated segment to the Snyder Cut, but we'll talk more Snyder Cut when that comes up. Of course, we'll talk about more of his films.
Yeah, this will bring us very nicely into our Zack Snyder extravaganza, starting with Dawn of the Dead next week. You've actually seen Dawn of the Dead already, haven't you?
But I'm not going to talk about it.
No, yeah, that's fine. But I'll be watching it
next week because there's an interesting interview of Zack Snyder explaining on Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, cool. So
I'll get more like details and things that he did. So I thought it'd be like more interesting to hear. So so enjoy the Zack Snyder extravaganza of our favorite stuff to talk about Zack Snyder and the things.
Enjoy the Snyder Supercut. Hallelujah, everybody. It's the Snyder Cut trailer. This was perfect to me.
This was an emotional panel for me.
It was emotional.
Yeah, because we, Snyder Cut fans, we've been waiting for this for 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
Wow, has it been that long?
I remember watching the first trailer from Justice League. Not the Justice League.
From 2016.
Yes. Oh, the trailer. But
it's a very different trailer to this one. Yeah. That trailer very focused on like getting the league together.
This one's going to be a lot more surprising. This trailer was surprising. So in the first shot we see Darkseid. Oh.
Brilliant. He looks great.
He looks amazing.
He looks great.
Yeah. And then I like the aspect ratio.
Yes, the aspect ratio is very nice.
Yes,
I agree.
Which makes it more. I kind of it like cinematic.
Yeah, I was going to say cinematic.
Yeah. And then we see like different things.
So many different things.
Like the Flash.
Going through time. That is going to be so cool. That might be a precursor to the Flashpoint film.
Lead up to Flashpoint.
Yeah.
And then we see Batman.
We do.
Yeah, it looks a bit more.
Batman looks great.
Yeah. Better than the Justice League.
I'm bleeding.
Clark.
I don't not like you.
And then Wonder Woman. The same scene from like the from Justice League. Like, she saves people from the bank.
Well, that's interesting, because
Well,
in the
no.
original trailers for Justice League,
Yeah.
it showed the place that Wonder Woman goes to save the children. They show it blowing up. So maybe in the Snyder Cut, she doesn't actually succeed. Although when she smiles at that girl, it looks like she will.
Give us like a more darker side. I mean,
a darker side, a dark side. Hey.
Yeah. I think that will give her like a bit of redemption for her. Like, she failed, and then
That's an interesting character arc.
yeah. And
Instead
now,
of the theatrical one where it's just like, oh, my boyfriend, Steve, why?
But I'm very happy with the Snyder Cut because it's gonna have different paths.
I agree.
These.
It's so already it feels like such a different film.
Yeah.
Silas Stone dies. What? Like, that's a very interesting thing for them to put into the trailer.
Yeah. I think Cyborg. I'm very
Looks
interested in the character of Cyborg in this film because in the film he was a bit wasted potential in this one.
He was definitely the best. I would say he's the best part of the theatrical cut, though.
Yeah.
Like, definitely potential, and I think that the Snyder Cut will realize that potential.
Yeah. Like, there's gonna be like a film of him, and he's gonna be like an important character in this universe. And Snyder wanted to concentrate on that character, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He said that he's the heart of the film. And I really hope the film does well, so we'll get a sequel, or maybe just like more stuff from Snyder.
Oh no. Is it going to be called Snyder Cut? Zack Snyder's Justice League 2.
Maybe they'll release Joss Whedon's Snyder Cut too.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It had different things.
It did have different. It had different things. Comedy John, everybody.
Yes. Comedy John. That's my name.
Well, we've got some news that I want to talk about. I've been so excited about this. Jared Leto's Joker is gonna be in the Snyder Cut.
The Suicide Squad. You know, the film that everybody hates. Yeah, we don't like that Suicide Squad film, but we do like Jared Leto though. He's great.
Yeah, this is interesting because I wasn't the biggest fan of Jared Leto in Suicide Squad. I mean, Suicide Squad is just not a really good, good film. I'd love to see the Ayer cut, but I think Jared Leto's Joker held so much potential. There's so much to be done there, and I think it'd be great to see him have like another crack at it. I don't know how he would fit into the Justice League narrative at all. Like, I generally don't know how that would work, but still, why is there blood on my table? Sorry, but still, there are some interesting prospects here. I think he should have got more time to shine, and I think it'd be really interesting to see him do more things. And not just that, but it seems that Ben Affleck's Batman is back filming new scenes, Ray Fisher as Cyborg, Amber Heard as Mira, and Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke, which is all very cool that they're filming new scenes.
I'm just hoping for Batman versus Deathstroke, like a mini battle in the film.
That would be cool. That would be very cool. That would definitely be something that would happen quite early on, I would say. But yeah, I don't know, because you've got some Deathstroke stuff, in terms of villains, this film seems to be packed. You've got Joker, you've got Deathstroke, you've got Lex Luthor, you've got Darkseid, you've got Desaad, and you've got Steppenwolf.
Can I just this actually feels like an actual comic book film. This is Justice League. This is like you got all the villains. This is like and then you got Darkseid.
Yeah, it feels super, super connected. Like, in terms of this being the 5th film in the DCEU, as it was intended, this feels like the culmination of so much. Like, even them bringing Leto's Joker in, they connected to Suicide Squad, they connected to everything, and I think that's really, really interesting. However, 6 villains is a lot of villains, and I am worried.
But Tom, this is how long is this? 4 hours?
4 hours is more than enough time. So I'm worried, but I'm also not worried.
6 villains is time with this 4-hour film, or longer than that, if possible. I don't know. But,
I mean, like if you look at Spider-Verse, that had at least 5 villains.
Yeah, like Green Goblin, Tombstone,
Kingpin,
the female version,
Prowler,
Doc
Ock.
I want to say he's like the biggest person. I know it's Kingpin, but it just said something else to me. But yeah, 5 villains is I think
so they
might show like
and Scorpion. So that's 6. They did do 6 villains in Spider-Verse. They had like 3 main villains and then 3 kind of side villains. So I think they could definitely do that in Justice League. And you know, you look at other films that are 4 hours long, like Lord of the Rings. They tackle so many characters. I mean, there are 5 people. No, not 5. 9 people in the Fellowship alone, and then you've got all the supporting cast. Like, I think they can. I think that Zack can do it. You know, I think if anyone can, Zack Snyder can. Make that a T-shirt.
Yeah. I gotta get the T-shirt. The producer's T-shirt.
Oh yes, I would love a T-shirt. I've got a Justice League T-shirt. I've got a Release the Snyder Cut T-shirt, and now it has to come full circle with the Zack Snyder's Justice League T-shirt. That would be the most appropriate way to do it.
We've been trying to support the Snyder Cut for a long time. 3 years actually.
3 years, man. It's insane.
That's insane. I'm glad that we supported the Snyder Cut.
I wonder whether, because we're coming up on November now, which will be the 3-year anniversary of when Justice League came out. So I wonder if we'll get a trailer or something, some sort of new look.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Or maybe a short clip.
Or just like a picture, like, or a poster or something. I wouldn't be opposed to any of those things. Yeah. So.
And I'm just hoping that. Well, I watch it on HBO Max, but I really want to get it on like the best like viewing as possible. You know, like Blu Ray or 4K Ultra HD.
Yeah.
But the good thing about 4K Ultra HD is that it only works on Xbox.
Oh, I've got one of them.
Yeah, and I got one of them, so
great.
I can watch it on there, and it's super clean.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I imagine.
I watched it with Alien. It's really nice. So.
Oh, cool. I would, but they're expensive, man. They're so expensive.
This is the Snyder Cut. This is like the
I know.
I've been seeing for years.
That's true. But no, we don't even know how we're going to get it in England just yet. It seems like they're breaking a deal because we don't have HBO Max in this country. So seems like maybe
This
Netflix or something. This is Britain. That's an 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown reference for all you who've seen that. If not, you should probably watch it because it's amazing. So as mentioned before, the Snyder Cut has started filming, and we've started to get actual pictures from some of the cinematographers, specifically a picture released by Jay Olivia with Zack Snyder on a parademon cannon. I'm sure you saw that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks to be the same cannon as in a piece of concept art where Batman takes the cannon and uses it to shoot down loads of parademons. So, sorry everyone, but Batman will be using guns again.
Yeah. but I mean, I'm really excited for Zack Snyder's Snyder Cut because it's just something that what we've been saying for the last few episodes really, but it's just something that we've been waiting for, and we haven't watched like any Zack Snyder films because we love watching them because it's just like like it's got that pure comic book feels to watch. Like Batman v Superman, Man of Steel. You got these comic book films that you enjoy and watch them over and over again, but. Yeah, at least you got something that that we've been waiting for, and mini films that will be in the future.
Yeah, I agree. I'm interested. I'm looking forward to seeing Jared Leto and Joe Manganiello as Joker and Deathstroke respectively. I'm looking forward to see them on set if we do get any pictures of them, because apparently they'll be filming new scenes.
Yeah.
So that's all very interesting. Speaking of things that happened years ago, did you like that transition? That was I think that was a great transition. Thank you.
That was a great transition.
Thank you.
What do you mean? That was a great transition. It's a 10 out of 10 transition.
I know.
Better than the editing and.
We should call this the transition show and just have it be all the transitions. Maybe when we get to a year of episodes, we'll just do like a compilation of all my incredible transitions. Thank you very much. But this Tuesday, so November 17th, was the 3-year anniversary of the theatrical cut of Justice League, and to celebrate, we got some cool shit. Okay, so Zack Snyder, the trailer for the Snyder Cut was removed from YouTube a while back because of
copyright issues.
Copyright issues with the music. So Zack Snyder, not only did he re-release the trailer, not only did he do a trailer breakdown, which is just incredible. Did you watch the trailer breakdown?
No.
You can find it. It's on YouTube. It's about an hour long. There's some really fun stuff in there.
Let's just take us back. Back in May, me and Tom watched the whole live stream for the Zack Snyder.
Yeah, the Man of Steel one.
Yeah, and it was like the Man of Steel thing. Yeah, it was that. And
it was so good.
When we heard about the news when it was on screen, we went just ballistic, didn't we?
Oh, I freaked out so much. Literally, wow, incredible.
Oh, when Henry Cavill came on, I was like, oh.
Yeah, he came on. He was like, "Hey guys," you were like, "Oh my God, Henry, it's you! You're here to save the day." But yes,
that was truly the exciting part about.
It was so good. It was so good, and it was like on a lesser note, Man of Steel is just a great film in general. That is a bloody brilliant film. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. But no, not only did Snyder re-release the trailer, not only did he do a breakdown, he did a trailer with new scenes. And
new scenes,
I know, and released our very first look at Steppenwolf. So, did you watch the new trailer?
Yes.
So, we got some more Darkseid. We got some stuff of him. He looks. Some more stuff where in the theatrical cut they replaced Darkseid of Steppenwolf. We know quite a lot about that. Some more stuff from the League, various stuff. But what do you think about the Steppenwolf design?
I thought it was really good.
I agree.
It looks really good though. It looks loads better than the one in 2017.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just really excited to see this new Steppenwolf on the small screen. And
yes, me too. I didn't like the design of Steppenwolf when I first saw it, and then I saw it side by side with the original, and I was like, oh my God, that's such an improvement. And then every time I see it since, I like it a bit more.
Same. I like it a bit more because it's just it appeals. It feels more comfortable. With Zack Snyder's world and idea.
Yeah,
it definitely feels
it definitely fits better. I saw an edit on Twitter where someone had edited a bit of red in there. In the comics, he has a red suit. I would have preferred a bit more colour, but that's a nitpick. I think he looks great. I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to see Darkseid and all the villains. Speaking of, we also got a view of Deathstroke from Joe Manganiello, who plays him. He has a Mohican. He looks amazing. What do you think?
Wait, sorry, Steppenwolf?
Deathstroke.
Oh, Deathstroke. Sorry, I keep mishearing what you're saying. But okay, so Deathstroke.
This damn's just Skype.
As a huge fan
strike.
of Deathstroke, also like I've got the comics and like everything about it. I'm a huge fan of it. The Deathstroke look in like the Mad Max style. So yeah.
Yeah,
that mohawk and everything. Yeah.
Now this is on the image. Joe Manganiello wrote something along the lines of heroes and villains will have to work together, and I'm wondering maybe that this means that this is what he will look like in whatever expansion of the Knightmare sequence they do. You remember the Knightmare sequence from Batman v Superman?
Of course. I do. I know the Knightmare sequence.
So it seems like they're going to be doing an expansion of this. Obviously, in the trailer, there was we saw what looked to be the destroyed Hall of Justice, with various different hints with the same kind of landscape that we saw in Batman v Superman, and so I guess Deathstroke will be there too. And there are also Zack Snyder confirmed that the Joker will also have a new look. Maybe this is another Nightmare thing. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the new Nightmare idea thing. So
yeah, it's a really interesting concept.
Yeah, and also I'm just hoping a fight between the Deathstroke and Batman.
Ooh,
we all want to see that, don't we?
That would be great. Something along the lines of Arkham Origins. But that's a lot. That's a lot to ask.
It's not possible. But
it's a lot to ask.
That's too lot to ask.
But maybe. Snyder also confirmed. Now this is an estimate, but he says there's about 2.5 hours of unseen footage that he will have, which is awesome. That's a lot. But he hasn't seen the original, so he doesn't really know. So he's kind of guessing there. I respect that he still hasn't seen the original after all this time.
I respect. I respect that he hasn't seen the film. I
agree. He also said that in the reshoots they're doing about 4 minutes extra, which is not much at all. I think maybe that's how they're gonna use these new scenes to kind of tie together.
Of footage?
There's 4 hours of footage altogether, but
and then there's unseen footage.
There's 2.5 hours of unseen footage, apparently.
Right, so that's going to be added together with the footage that he made before everything happened.
Yes.
And
then about he said 4 minutes, 5 minutes of reshoots. So I think that those reshoots are going to be the things that kind of like tie together all the episodes. They kind of give like beginnings and endings, like kind of cliffhangers and stuff to lead the episodes on.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that would be very cool. Okay, so we have some Snyder Cut news.
Snyder Cut. We ain't gonna wait for Snyder Cut. Sorry,
speaking of waiting for the Snyder Cut, we're getting it in March, according to Zack Snyder.
March!
Who commented on...
The sad thing is that we don't know when we're gonna get HBO Max.
Yeah, so for us in this country, we are kind of screwed on that front. But Zack Snyder did confirm on a comment on Vero, where he said something along the lines of, "Oh, I hope that I will do it justice and you'll see in March." So it seems like it'll be coming out in March. Hopefully we'll get it over here in the UK. If not, I guess we will just have to cry.
We all should cry. But,
of course.
Yeah. Maybe Zack is going to release it on Blu Ray or on DVD. Maybe just go, hey, thank you for being fans. So I'm going to give it on DVD and Blu Ray in March. But that won't be possible.
I doubt they would release it at the same time. They could do, you never know. They have a whole kind of bonkers thing. There's been a real big, a lot of controversy surrounding Warner Brothers this week. Their huge HBO Max news about all their films going to HBO Max and cinemas, and people aren't exactly happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like every week, this is kind of keep on escalating. We also got news about the rating for the Snyder Cut. and it seems it could be an R-rated film. Snyder did confirm that Batman drops the F-bomb.
What? No, Batman doesn't. No, that. We don't care really because.
No, I'm not bothered.
Listen, it's Ben Affleck.
It is Ben Affleck.
Batman. This is like the own version of Batman because we don't care. Like, if different version, like a version that is like something that is powerful, that is like something that, just brutally hits people. Well, I mean, in the Batman v Superman, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Goes crazy in the
it's all different. It's allowed to be different. You know?
It's allowed to be different because comics have that. Comics have to show Batman's different in some cases. You know what I mean? Like like it's their own interpretation. Just let it go. It's their own interpretation. And then you got Batman that drops the net bomb. That's cool.
It's totally fine.
Why are someone done in doing a meditating video? Let it breathe. Let it slow. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah. I mean, like there was loads of kind of differing opinions on this recently.
There were.
No, this isn't actually confirmed, but I mean, like it's basically coming out in March. It's the bloody Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut!
This is far and away my most anticipated film of the year. Are you kidding me? This is definitely my most anticipated film. Like,
this is my most anticipated film of this entire year. Forget A Night in Soho. Forget anything that you think was going to be the best thing that's going to happen to 2021. It's the Snyder Cut.
Forget June.
Right, everyone. Just come closer. Okay. So last year, me and Tom, we watched the live thing. You know when where's Zack Snyder?
The Man of Steel watch party.
Yeah, this watch party of the Man of Steel. If you knew, he's this huge director who couldn't get. Yeah,
there's a whole backstory to the Snyder Cut. We don't need to get into it right now.
Yeah. So we watched the entire Man of Steel, and it was pretty cool to watch. I mean, he gave us facts, he gave us everything what was in the film.
Brilliant film.
And the cool fact about is that he skated in one of the sets. So.
He did, yes.
Yes.
I rewatched that film like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a film.
Yeah, and then at the end of the film, Henry Cavill came in.
Oh my god!
We freaked out.
I lost my mind.
We freaked out.
Yeah.
I was going around my room. I was like, so, and then we were just typing constantly like, it's gonna happen. And then there's like other people who were asking Zack Snyder questions. And then the last woman, thank God for the woman who asked this question.
Thank you.
We praise you. So yeah, and then Zack Snyder was like, we were just like down in it.
We were like, no,
not the film. But then hope came. So then he turned the camera, and then there it was.
The image.
I died.
2021. Oh my god, it was beautiful. It was an incredible moment.
Yes, and
I have only got more excited since then. Like I thought the trailer was excellent, as we said in our very first episode of the podcast. I thought that I think Steppenwolf looks great. The black suit Superman, like I'm so excited for this film.
Oh,
and the idea that we're going to get 4 hours. I just want to repeat that. 4 hours. 4 hours. 4 hours.
Did you get a new microphone, mate?
No, I didn't. It's because we're recording this on the computer instead of the phone, and it gives you the option to just do echo. Yeah.
Oh, right. That's interesting.
Rest in peace, headphone users.
So yeah, to be honest,
very excited.
When Zack Snyder announced the Snyder Cut, the film, that was like the best thing that happened in 2020. To be honest,
yeah. In terms of films, that's like such a big step, and even recently, people are now trying to restore the Snyderverse.
The Snyderverse.
Which is, I mean, what do you think about that?
We're still Snyderverse?
Yeah.
Elaborate that.
Okay, so Restore the Snyderverse is a new hashtag, which means people want to see like Justice League Part 2, Justice League Part 3, David Ayer's Suicide Squad, the Batfleck film. They want DC to go back to that.
I mean, sure. I mean, that's cool.
I'm not too bothered. We've got the Snyder Cut. A second Justice League, a third Justice League would be insane. But we got what we wanted, and I'm happy. So I think unless the Snyder Cut ends on like a giant cliffhanger, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to know what happens. Like other than that, I'm just
we're not gonna happen. And the worst thing is that we're living in the UK, and HBO Max is only in the US.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what though. However, someone found the Snyder Cut listed on Google Play, so you can buy it on Google Play, and then so that's probably how we'll be able to do it.
Google Play. I don't know why, but I thought HBO Max was available in the UK at some point earlier.
No, unfortunately not. It's a whole licensing thing. I'm sure it'll be available at some point. I kind of hope not though, because
I think
it's a lot to pay for. Having to pay for because I have Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon, and just adding onto that load would just be it's too much.
I mean, I only got Disney Plus just to everything. I mean, I just got it on my PlayStation, just watch and go.
Yeah, exactly. The Snyder Cut is going to get a Blu Ray and 4K HD release. So as we were saying, we said it even on the pod that we really hope that it will get a Blu Ray release, 4K Ultra HD release, and it is.
Yeah.
So that might mean that's the way that people in the UK will get it, or people in countries who don't have HBO Max.
Yes. So when do you think it's coming out? Do you think it's coming out shortly, Snyder Cut, after Snyder Cut, or?
That's a good question. I would wager that they would maybe leave it a week after the 4th episode comes out.
Well, maybe. I think, we've been in lockdown and everything.
Yeah.
But I think that the films that we haven't able to see, I think the Snyder Cut will be on Blu-ray straight away because of how Zach's been working on this.
Yeah, so, I don't see why not.
Yeah, and it's coming out in March, right? So by this time he will be finishing the film, and then the film that he's going to give out the film in Blu-ray form, and then 4K Ultra, and I think it's possible it will come out March. It'll come out in maybe April or May.
Well, I feel like it would have to come out at the very earliest, when the 4th episode comes out, because it can't come out when the 1st episode comes out, because I feel like that kind of renders the whole point of having it split into 4 parts pointless.
Yeah. So but the film is not coming on the big screen, but it's coming on HBO Max, and it's on streaming services, so normally we will get them straight away,
I'll tell you what is on a streaming service now. Wonder Woman 84 has been added to Amazon Prime, but do you know how much it is to rent?
15 quid?
Yeah, here in the UK it's £15 to rent.
Why?
So that's quite steep. So, I mean, I will leave it up to you about whether you want to pay that price for us to talk about it on the podcast. If not, I'm sure there's other things we can talk about next week.
So if you're wondering, can I play my Blu-ray or 4K Ultra? You can, believe it or not. So if you go on Xbox One, which I have, I tested with the Alien, the first movie Alien.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool, and I played it, and I was like, okay, let's try the 4K Ultra, and it works.
Does it?
It works wonders.
Does it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Wait, what do you have in 4K Ultra HD?
Yeah.
But what film do you have on it?
Just Alien, and that's it.
Okay.
Because
Brilliant. Wow. Cool. That's great. I was wondering that. So.
Yeah. So for those who are excited for Snyder Cut and you want to get it on the clearest
Yeah, well, that's a good point because they just re-released the Lord of the Rings trilogy in 4K Ultra HD. I'm sure you've seen it. Have you seen like the new like they released it with like this really like sweet like box art? So I want to when I leave my home, get into one.
I leave my home because we are locked down already. So
no, I mean like when I move out, like I don't.
Oh, when you move out, yeah. I thought you were like, oh, well, I think I want to get it again. Oh, I'm just gonna watch it during lockdown. But yeah, I think that's a good idea to grab something to. Yeah, so stay tuned for the Snyder Cut because we're gonna be talking about it.
Ooh, I'm very excited.
We're very excited because this is a thing that we've been waiting for nearly 4 years.
Oh yeah, like I think it. We're coming up on 3.5 years or something now.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been steep. Our next piece of news is something that I'm so excited about. So Mr. Zack Snyder confirmed the Snyder Cut will no longer be 4 one-hour episodes. It's going to be released as a full 4-hour film.
Yeah,
I'm
baby!
so happy about this. Literally, like this means that all my dreams can come true. When it comes out, I am setting up the projector. I'm going to watch Man of Steel, Batman v Superman Extended Edition, and the Snyder Cut all in one go. I'm so extremely excited. It's going to be great. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. Like, it's coming out in March. Like, it's nearly 2 months away.
It really is. I'm expecting a trailer or something soon, like some sort of confirmation. That's what I'm expecting. Like, we know how to get it now in the UK as well. It's listed on Google Play.
Unless there's like a miracle that HBO goes, oh, I forgot about UK. You can have it like at the start of March. We go, what?
Well, it's either that they'll put it on like Netflix or something, or because as of right now it is on Google Play, and so I'll buy it. I honestly don't care. Like,
yeah, I don't care.
Even if it's
a 4-hour movie, I'm gonna pay it because I've been waiting for this for 3 years. Oh my god, it's snowing. Oh my god. Anyway,
wow. It really is snowing. It's magic.
What did I tell you, you blind fool?
Happy Christmas.
Wait, what? Oh, man.
So that's brilliant. We touched upon this earlier. Let's talk about the Snyder Cut. So we have a release date, 18th of March, for the US. It hasn't been announced exactly when it's coming in the UK or when it's what it will be on. So it'll be HBO Max in America. We don't know it in the UK. I assume it'll be the 18th or the 19th of March, and it'll probably be on Netflix or something. Whatever it is, this is super excited. They released three posters. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah. These posters are super cool.
Oh yeah, I really like how they're kind of self-referential. Like they have like the flag, kind of like the Death of Superman comic, the classic cover, and then there's the film reels with Snyder's name on them because obviously this is like his cut, and then like a crumbled version of the Justice League logo. It looks great.
Yeah, and everything that it just leads up to, like, you can see Snyder, like, in the cinema film.
Yeah.
And sorry, I just zoned up. You can see Zack Snyder's, like, in the film, like the film in the poster.
Yeah.
Like it's like what it means, like, kind of shows like that. Zack Snyder's, everyone's like was doubting it wasn't real and it was just on the ground, like no one could have picked it up, but Zack Snyder did, and so
I think it's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think that I'm looking forward to like the proper marketing boom start. Like there are some things that I would love to get my hands on, like a black suit Superman statue would be amazing. Apparently there's like loads of different stuff coming in terms of that. Like I'd love a poster for the Justice League. Loads of amazing stuff that I'm excited about.
Yeah, and then the merch as well. I'm really excited about that. And
definitely.
Then the Steelbook, Blu Ray, or Ultra HD. So that's gonna be really interesting to see. And then you know what would be a cool thing? Like what if like all the the money, or like if you buy the merch or the things that you buy from watching this film, that could go towards charity, because you know
that would be great. I unfortunately doubt it, because it's all these businesses that need money.
Yeah,
it would be nice if a fraction of it went to charity.
That would be.
They
nice,
recently, on the August Snyder donation fund, they recently exceeded their target of 50,000, I think, which is great.
That's great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's really.
But yeah, I'm super excited to see what it brings, and obviously we'll be getting a trailer at some point. I think the rumor is
a 4-hour film.
4-hour film. The rumor is that the next trailer will be coming on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day, Zach.
Zach.
Well, okay, I don't know what you're thinking.
Okay, no.
Zach, all right.
No.
We're back.
Okay.
We're back.
Wow, that was a long discussion.
We travelled back in time. I've learned so much.
Yeah, big brain.
Big brain. I can't believe
that.
it.
That was our discussion.
It was. Can
now
you believe?
On to the weekly segment.
Now onto the weekly segment. Wow, I am not prepared. Go first, quick.
Oh, so I watched so many good films, but I watched Dawn of the Dead, if you remember, ages ago.
Back in the past, but not the past. The past is in like today. The past, but it's not like the past is in like like the August past, but like the past before that. Does that make sense?
It's the past before.
It's not the past, but it's the past, but not the past. Past that you just listened to the past.
Okay, so the first film I watched this week was called Doc Hollywood.
Doc Hollywood.
Yes, so Doc Hollywood is so Michael J. Fox is in this film.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's really interesting to see this just different character, and so far. No, I believe this film is great. It's a wonderful film, but the thing is, you know the movie Cars?
I do know the movie Cars.
Yes. So, this plot from Doc Hollywood is very similar to Cars, because Cars took that idea and put it into a film. Like, the plot and everything. They stole everything. The idea, like, there's a doctor, like, there's Doc, and there's, like, a town that wants him to keep Michael J. Fox, and everything. I'm spoiling the film.
Wow. Good.
Yeah, so...
Pixar, you frauds.
So apart from that, there was super great moments in the film that I really enjoyed. And it was great to see Michael J. Fox in this film, which it was like totally different, but then that kind of this charisma that he has, like that attitude. I would give this a film a 9 out of 10, because there was some stuff that was I love about, but it's a great film to watch if you're feeling down or something like that. And it's really funny. But some of the jokes didn't land, but it was quite funny, I believe. And what about you, Tom?
Well, John, I watched Roma. Don't know why I said your name like that, John. But
Roma.
I watched Roma, which is
and sorry to interrupt you, but my teacher, she said that's not how you pronounce Roma.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I forgot. She said, wait, she said something about, like, she said it. No, it's not Roma. It's something else. But I'll ask her again. But I thought that was interesting too.
It's rumor. But yeah, I'll call it Roma for the sake of sakes. So this is the 2018 film that I think won the best foreign film at the Oscars, directed by Alfonso Cuarón. People will know from Gravity and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I haven't seen Gravity. I've just seen Prisoner of Azkaban. And it's the story of a woman who is maid at home, and it just shows like what her life is like, kind of being like a little bit downtrodden by the people around her, but they also kind of care about her, and she gets pregnant and she's got to kind of deal with it on her kind of low wages and being a single mom, and it's just very good. It's a it's a noir in the sense that it's in black and white, but it's not the tone of a noir, but it is a very like impactful thing. It throws things at you in a very slice of life manner, but I'm going to compare an Oscar-winning film to Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It's like Diary of a Wimpy Kid in that it's like it throws slice of life things with you that all kind of come back at the end in a really satisfying and in some ways brutal way. So yeah, that's Roma. I'd probably give it a 9 or a 10 out of 10. I can't really think of much I didn't like about it, other than at times it did feel a bit too slice of lifey, and that it could have connected some of those points, as it kind of built up instead of like in one kind of clump. But so I thought it was great. Anything else you've watched this week?
Yes. So there's a film I watched. It's a masterpiece. It's called Heat.
Yes.
It's got Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. These two great.
Will Smith and Bobby. De Niro.
Great one. Sorry.
I was singing a High School Musical song where somebody mentions Will Smith and Bobby De Niro, but it's fine. You continue.
What?
It's a song.
Wait,
right,
what?
in High School Musical 3, there's a song that let's be honest, it comes out of nowhere, where Troy and Chad start singing The Boys Are Back. And,
of course, yeah.
And they compare themselves to Will Smith and Bobby De Niro, obviously Robert De Niro. It's ridiculous. I'm so...
No, why did I hear that? That is actually Bobby De Niro.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the one film that those two have starred in together is Shark Tale. So, amazing. They made a Shark Tale reference.
Wow. Okay, so Heat.
Go on.
So this was directed by Michael Mann. And the interesting thing about the film, I'll give you one detail. So, it's the lens in the film. So, the lens is that it's like some camera type. Like, okay, I'll give you the story. So, the story is about like these two people. So, there's one. Al Pacino works with the police. He's a police detective, one of the best. And then you got Robert De Niro, who's the criminal who wants to go.
Is that Bobby De Niro?
Oh my god!
Is that Bobby De Niro?
Bobby De Niro.
Bobby De Niro.
Bobby De Niro. Oh no, it's Robert De Niro trying to be the hero in Taxi Zero.
Nice.
Number one rapper here. Anyway, so you got Robert De Niro as the criminal who wants to make a score on his getting this to rob a bank. So he is very highly trained criminal. So these two Goliaths go against each other. Like they have like a strong presence in the film, and the way this so Michael Mann, he written and directed this, and the way he makes you feel for these two characters, like you root for them. Well, the strange thing is that you're rooting for the criminal, but like you feel like, oh, but I'm rooting for him, but I don't like him because he's robbing banks. So you have this you can see this friendship between these two people, but you can't as well. So that's kind of the way I think about this film. But like, there's so many good stuff, and it's like an almost perfect film. Like everything that's Michael Mann has done. Like he's done one film with Tom Cruise, I believe, called Collateral. So this has been like a film that is a crime thriller film if you're into, and I highly recommend watching it. And it's free on YouTube. You can watch it. I'm sorry, but yeah, So, but I got it on DVD, but you can watch it on YouTube.
I also have it on DVD, and since you recommended it, I will definitely give that a watch.
Yeah. Oh, it's on Prime.
Oh, is it? Very nice.
Yep. Yeah. And so I give this movie a 10 out of 10. Brilliant. Because the directorial idea, like from Michael Mann, and the way he makes you feel the characters, and the shots, of the cinematography, and the sound design. The sound design is insane. So I recommend you watching this with headphones or something like that. So yeah, that'll be it.
Awesome. So another film that I watched. I mean, I'm gonna call this my last one, only because I have watched one film a day this week, so I could talk about like a load more films, but don't want it to go on for too long. So I'll just talk about The General. So The General is a Buster Keaton film. Buster Keaton, if you don't know, is a silent American comedy filmmaker in the 1920s, and he is he comes from this kind of vaudeville background, and he does loads of like extravagant gags in his short films. Which actually both of us were studying them at college right now, and this film is The General. It's his one of his feature films, and a lot of people consider it his masterpiece. And it follows this guy who is denied recruitment from the army during the American Civil War, and he is a train conductor. He's a train engineer. Sorry. And so he one day on his train gets stolen, as well as his girlfriend. So he has to kind of like run after the people who are part of the opposing side in the Civil War, get his girlfriend back, and then run back, via various like slapstick means. And it's just it's a film that does so much, without any dialogue, with very little like intertitles. If you look at other silent films, they have so many intertitles. This one has barely any, and it tells its story so visually and in a really wonderful way that you can see the influence of it through so many films. There's like so many iconic shots that you can see it being influenced, and the way that each set piece is so meticulously planned out, in such inventive ways, and the ways that so much of it, you did no CGI, none of that. Like it was all in camera. It was all like Keaton does all of his own stunts, and it's wonderful. And it's a beautiful slice of time, and it's just something that I can't recommend enough to like most film fans if you want to get a real broad perspective on what the world was like. And what filmmaking was like. It is on YouTube. You can get it very easily. It's only an hour and 15 minutes long, and it's never dull, never a dull moment. But yeah, I love it.
I just sneezed.
You sneeze.
Oh god. Yeah. What would you give this film out of 10?
I think I'll give it a 9 out of 10, only because it does take a little bit of time for the jokes to really hit their peak. When I was watching it with my girlfriend, and she was kind of like, it's not that funny, and then it kind of got a bit more funny. So, in terms of a Keaton film, Buster Keaton's a very funny guy, and I think, it could have been funnier.
Yes, he is. Like I watched
from the get-go
some old films, like 1 week.
1 week's great.
The Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Cops. Yeah.
The High Sign.
Yeah, The High Sign.
Wow, those are all the films on the film studies spec. But yeah, no, I agree. I think he is a wonderful filmmaker, and the General was actually the film that really bombed at the critically and commercially, and was the reason why he signed off his. He signed to a MGM, which he described as the worst move in his career. So unlike someone like Alfred Hitchcock, whose film Vertigo properly was panned, and because of it he made Psycho, which is one of the most influential films of all time. For Buster Keaton, it kind of killed his career, which is really unfortunate. But definitely recommend it. It's great.
Yeah.
You got anything else for this week's segment?
Yes, thank you for tuning in. So, if you want to hear, from us, reviewing some films that you want us to do, or want to watch, or any games that you think is phenomenal right now.
Yeah, we're in lockdown in the UK, so we've got so much time on our hands. Obviously, we're both doing work with college and stuff, but I have enough time to watch 2 films a day if I wanted to.
I got a lot of time, but with work and everything, I feel like I'm a bit tired right now. So a lot of people in my class, they can't be bothered doing work with everything's going on. So the totally teachers right now, so they feel like,
we're approaching a holiday, so that's good. We'll have a week off. As of the 15th. Oh, that was a voice break there. Ooh. Thank you for everyone for listening. As John said, if you want to contact us, you can get us on Gmail at oustimefilmpod@gmail.com, or on Twitter or Instagram on DMs at oustimefilmpod. And I am Tom Bourban on Twitter.
I am Comedy John 42 on Twitter.
brilliant. Next week we are doing Dawn of the Dead, starting our Zack Snyder extravaganza. I am very excited.
Very excited to talk about it. It's so good.
Jeremy.
Bye.
You bye?
Wait,
okay.
Wait, did you say bye?
I said ooh, Jeremy, John. I said ooh, Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy. It
Jeremy.
is so good. So,
I'm very excited to watch it.
For listening in. Be safe.
Stay safe, everybody.
Vaccines are rolling in for the UK.
They really are.
Yeah, so...
They're rolling in. It's too fast. There are just giant, there are needles rolling down the streets. It's mental.
I remember again, for my polio vaccine, and I had to have these 2 vaccines, one in my one arm and one in the other arm, and I had to have them at the same time.
Oh.
And my arms were dead for the week. I couldn't do anything.
Wait,
I was
for the week?
I was like the floppy arms kid.
For the week? Sorry. For the week?
Yeah.
Beaver. Wow. Okay. Brilliant. Yeah, I had when I went to Thailand. I can't remember what I had. The doctor just put something in me, and then I left. But yeah, it does make your arms very numb.
Could it be one of those conspiracy theories? Oh no, Bill Gates inserted a chip.
I've been fine.
No!
I mean, since I did grow antlers, but other than that, I'm fine.
No.
No, but one time I had one when I was in high school, and afterwards I had PE, so I went to and I was playing badminton. And my arm was just so numb. I was like, I can't hit the shuttle. Ah.
Yeah. Same.
Oh, I love badminton.
I was like, ugh, no, I want to do badminton. Yeah, badminton's sick.
We used to play badminton. We haven't in a while because of COVID. Obviously, we should do that when we can.
Yeah.
Hit some shuttles.
Get some air. Yeah.
Get some fresh air.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, stay healthy.
Yes.
Just go out for walks. Just make sure you're social distancing. Not some hooligans or just coughing or just running around thinking they're free.
Coughing, spitting in each other's eyeballs. I mean, who spits in someone's eye? That's ridiculous.
This is the code times.
So yeah, leave a like and subscribe if you like and want to see more. And if you do, you're interested in listening to us, rabble on about Dawn of the Dead and the other Zack Snyder films. Stay tuned. We've got some good stuff coming. I hope we've got some good stuff coming. I don't know what it's going to be like. We haven't recorded it yet. But have fun, everyone, in your week, and try and stay safe as much as you can. And we'll see you next week. So take what you're given.
Give nothing back.
Goodbye.
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 You.
No,
you.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
No, you.
Goodbye.
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 Good. Bad bye.
Bedtime.
Bedtime. Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.